Welcome to 2K Sports. We have the NBA coming up. Great to have you with us. Here with Craig Anthony and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. And we've got Allie LaForce reporting from the sidelines. And a chance here to check out some stats for Chet Holmgren.
In the last 5 games, you can see the trend upwards for effective field goal percentage. And it shows you how confident he's playing right now.
And checking out Utah's opening lineup, Herbert Jones is out there with Trae Young. Then it's Chet Holmgren. Then it's Jaden McDaniels. And it's Barnes in at the 4. And for the Trailblazers, Cole is out there with Walker Kessler. Then there's Emmanuel Quickley. Then it's Josh Giddey. Tonight's game means a lot, Doris. These are the games coaches sometimes identify as turning point games. Right?
You are so right, Kev, because, listen, teams continue to define themselves in terms of who they are and how they win. So performing well at this point of the season really ends up having a great influence where you finish. This is a long year, but an important time.
Now, Giddey. After the missed 3 from Trae Young. And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
When a pick like that is questionable and creates that much of an advantage for the offense, you have to blow the whistle.
I don't think there's any question. There are so many rules that favor the offense these days. You've got to be able to equal things out when an illegal screen is set.
Now, here is Young. Against Golden State, he was really on his game. And the dunk by Holmgren.
Okay, might be young, but that's a grown man finish from Mr. Holmgren. Right on the defense.
The Jazz shooting their first free throw attempt on the night. On the free throw, no good.
You love when guys like Chet Holmgren, who enters the league with big expectations, works hard to meet those expectations. It's been great to watch.
And now, let's send it over to our courtside reporter, Allie LaForce.
I briefly spoke with Chauncey Billups, and he told me one guy that we have to always be cognizant of is Chet Holmgren. Coach explained his biggest impact comes on the defensive end, but we can't overlook his offense. He's a 7-footer with guard skills who can space the floor and is very efficient around the rim. Kevin?
Terrific, Allie. We appreciate the report. Now here's Jones. After the miss from Chet Holmgren. Holmgren sets the screen for Young. 6 to shoot from outside the arc. And it's Portland with the rebound. Last time they met was in Salt Lake City, Utah, where they fell to the Jazz.
Yeah, I mean, on the road, tough environment. They were right there, but just missed some key shots.
You know what? Playing on the road is always challenging. It requires a level of energy and focus. You've got to match what the home team gives you, and they didn't do it.
And there's the drive. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
At his best when attacking the rim. Young not settling for a jumper, putting the onus on the D.
Now here's Giddey. Back to Quickley. Kessler is screen on Jones. And here's Quickley for 3. And Holmgren pulls it down.
Well, cold start, right? You've taken 4 shots. You've not made one of them.
And Ball sends it back.
And that massive wingspan coming into play there. Ball uses it to perfection to block shots.
Always good to get another look at a terrific defensive play.
And right out of the gate, trying to set the tone defensively, you gotta love that energy.
Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. And Young kicks to McDaniels. Holmgren sets the screen for Jones. 4 on the shot clock. Oh, good on the triple.
He might be forcing things a little bit right now. Credit the defense for how they're playing him.
Back to Bull. They could use a bucket. They get the rebound. Second chance shot. And the rejection by Holmgren.
Chet Holmgren meets that one at the rim. Nicely done.
And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
It is really difficult to get your feet completely set, to stay completely still. It's almost surprising to me that it isn't called more often.
And so Chauncey Billups decides to call timeout. This now will give him a chance to discuss some potential changes. And now the 2K leaderboard, a list of the teams that have rebounded the ball tremendously over the last 10 games. The Jazz second.
What a show of strength in terms of rebounding. I mean, they've really controlled the glass here of late, playing with some extreme physicality.
Trailblazers trail by 4. Pass to Giddey. Back to quickly. Can they get it? Good on the three-point shot.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
And it's Jones with the ball for Utah. They come in fresh off a win against the Warriors.
And really showed their depth when they needed it most. On the road, having to manufacture points.
Well, how about the job they got from their bench? That productivity was a major part of the outcome.
Now here's Giddey after the miss from Chet Holmgren. Jacks up a 3. Jones, no luck.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backcourt. And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one.
Greg, we have another up-and-comer from down under, Josh Giddey.
I mean, a lot of young talent coming to the NBA by way of Australia. Their great skill development programs showing in Giddey, who stands 6'8", but plays like a small point guard.
Pass to Giddey. Quickly against Jones. Quickly the pass to Kessler. Quickly looking it over. And Jones pulls it down. Utah trailing here. Now, here is Young. Pass to McDaniels. Now Barnes fires the 3. Doesn't get it to drop for him. Portland's gone just 1 of 4 from three-point range here in the first. On the wing quickly to the middle. Kessler with the bucket.
Kessler always looking to score down low. A nice finish inside.
Jazz trail by 3. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
And so the timeout by Will Hardy here. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup.
Taking a look here at some numbers for Trae Young. What a run he's been on over the past few weeks. And he sits in the top 15 in points per game. An absolute powerhouse offensively.
And going back to him being second in assists, it's his ability to control the pace of the game, his peripheral vision. That makes him such a great floor leader. Holmgren at the elbow. Another miss, and they've really hit a rough patch here.
A team's rebounding is a great measure of its energy, and theirs has been terrific here in the first quarter.
Pass to Kessler, and there's the call on Jones. That's his first foul. Now Giddey. Here's Bull. 6 on the shot clock. And here's quickly for 3, and Holmgren pulls it down.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Barnes, and the dunk by Barnes.
You know this about Scotty Barnes. This guy is an exceptional athlete. That is above the rim.
Giddey the pass to Kessler. Back to Giddey. Puts it up from 12. No good off the back of the rim. And Barnes has got the ball here for the Jazz. They trail by 1. Bounce pass Young. McDaniels outside. It's good from Barnes on the assist by McDaniels. Barnes has got his second bucket.
Coaches love assisted buckets, boy. It just means the team is working well together.
Pass to quickly from past the arc. And it's Trae Young with the rebound.
If you're a defender, your job is to make life hard on an excellent shooter. Great defense there.
Jones finds Barnes. And here's Young. Bull covering. Shots good from Young.
Oh, crafty move there by Young, finessing his way around the contact.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
With some arc. Back to Giddey. Pass to Bull. Shoots the 3. Rebounded by the Jazz. Greg, they're in a rhythm offensively, really cooking.
And the opposition looks helpless to stop them right now.
To the inside. Holmgren with the steal. Here's McDaniels. Here's Barnes. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Jazz.
They're really mucking things up for the opposition, racking up steal after steal, just not letting them develop any kind of offensive rhythm.
Another big component of their early game tonight has been points off turnovers. Great job converting on those chances.
And that one misses. In his relatively young career, Scotty Barnes, GA, has played a number of positions.
Well, he's so versatile. He can be successful at a lot of different spots on the floor. A glue guy you can plug in just about anywhere.
Now here's Giddey. A 23-point game for him in the win against the Spurs in San Antonio.
Not to mention the assists he piled up. You can see why his teammates like playing with him.
The Trailblazers shooting their first free throws here tonight.
And as a unit, they're shooting 78% from the line. That's a solid number to work with on the season.
Shooting 2.
The first one falls.
Guys, we have seen a number of high-caliber players from Australia. Josh Giddey adding to the reputation of the country. This guy is long, he's versatile, and he's skilled.
Mitchell, he's checked in for the Trailblazers. So Utah going with an almost entirely new group here. Yves Missi, he's checked in for Chet Holmgren. Kyle Kuzma comes in for Barnes. Chris Dunn's checked in for McDaniels. And Miles McBride subbed in for Rollins. Now, here is Young. He's one of the better scorers in the league, averaging almost 25 points a game. Mitchell feeling it out a bit. Done against quickly. Pass to Thibault. On the wing, Mitchell. Kessler setting the pick for Mitchell. Kessler, no good. Jazz leading by 3. Let's check in now with our Allie LaForce, who's got a story for us. Allie?
Thanks. Trae Young is learning to become more of a threat when he's off the ball. He said at every level there's a different type of game. Now, knowing the NBA game, I'm more patient, understanding how the game is, how to control it from the beginning to the end, and how you need to win. Kevin, back to you.
Okay, Allie, we thank you for the report.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And this is where you hope that he can find something easy so he can see the ball go through the net.
Now, here's Dunn. Still scoreless. It's rebounded by Quickly. Trailblazers trail by 5. Here's Giddey. It's blocked. And Utah has possession. McBride passes to Young. Kuzma with a screen on Kessler. And stolen by Thibault. On the wing, Mitchell. Back to Kessler. Lost contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
Well, at 7 foot with a strong frame, Walker Kessler does a really nice job drawing contact and getting to the free throw line.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Shumshe's checked in, and it's Fred VanVleet in for Josh Giddey. And Kessler, no good on that one. Well, a late first-round pick, Doris, back in 2022. Walker Kessler proving he was a sleeper. He has shown a lot for sure.
Oh, no question about it, Kevin. We are talking about a guy who's got size. He's consistent on the backboards. But there's an offensive arsenal there that maybe was a bit unexpected.
Young in the corner. Here's McBride. It's deflected. VanVleet against Young. Pass to Kessler. Here's VanVleet. That doesn't go on the chance to tie. Here's McBride. Covered by Mitchell. Now Young. Kuzma with the screen for Young. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
You have to be aware, if you're a defender, where Kyle Kuzma is. This guy is a scorer by nature.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
In their last contest, guys, he was unconscious from the foul line.
Free throw good, Kuzma.
Well, Kuzma is a guy who possesses some of the traits you want. Fearless shooter, size on the wing, and willing to mix it up a little bit on the glass.
He hits both from the stripe.
What I love about Kyle Kuzma is this guy understands there's more to the game than just scoring. That's a change from his rookie season. Now he wants to contribute defensively, and he gets on the glass, guys.
Nice shot from the wing. And the Jazz lead by 7. And so it's Utah heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter of action so far. And taking a look at the Jazz performance here, guys, what have they been doing or not doing?
Well, you can see these guys are unafraid to take chances defensively.
Well, very disruptive in that first period. They never allowed the offense to get comfortable.
And Van Vliet out there with Mitchell. Then there's Matisse Thybulle. And it's Wolf in at the four-man position. That's the group in the game for the Trailblazers. Now, here's Holmgren. A 26-point game for him in the win against the Golden State Warriors.
Well, in addition to the scoring, he found ways to initiate contact from the defense and get himself to the line. The defense clearly frustrated trying to get a way to stop him.
And that's a block right there. He swats that ball away with some energy.
And guys, that block could really help change the momentum of this game.
It's stolen by Thybulle. Mitchell with it. Williams picks him up. It's blocked. Here's Barnes, and it's Barnes slamming it down.
You can see how well Scotty Barnes moves on a basketball floor. And I mean that north and south, and what hops this young man has.
Now here's Van Vliet. 17 points for him last game against San Antonio. There's a good screen. Thybulle can't get it to go.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Williams finds Barnes. Jones from outside. Good, and it's Barnes picking up the assist. And now a 10-point Jazz lead. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Pass to Mitchell. Shot clock at 6. Van Vliet outside. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. Utah leading by 10. Outside Williams. Over in the corner, McBride. No good with the triple.
I'm not sure he expected to be that wide open and yet somehow comes away empty.
There's the pick. Down low, here's Wolf, and he lays it straight in. You know, Greg, a lot of the best scorers do what's called hunting, looking to create contact with the defender that they've zeroed in on.
Yeah, and that can be a legitimate technique to really negate a shot blocker. But when the offensive player basically initiates all the contact, we could do without some of those cheap foul calls against the defender.
And so Chauncey Billups decides to call timeout, looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two. And Portland making a change here. And taking a broader look here at the year-over-year scoring trend for Fred Van Vliet.
And you can see his scoring numbers trending down as time goes on. It's not what you want to see, but maybe it's just time to shift his approach a little and start looking for other ways to get points out there on the floor.
We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. At the top of the key, Mitchell. Inside. Puts it up from 7, and that one goes long. And it's Barnes with the ball for Utah. Williams finds Holmgren, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. That one is on Bull.
And you know teams are going to be physical with Holmgren, but he's aggressive, and boy, he plays with passion.
And he's just had 1 attempt at the line earlier.
And he's at 73% this year at the foul line. Adequate, but not spectacular.
The first free throw is good.
Well, you talk about new school big men. Chet Holmgren is in that category. Rim protection and perimeter game all rolled into one.
And Portland making a change here. Eibel's checked in. Holmgren hits them both. Here's Giddey. Some stats for him. He averages over 21 points a game. There's the screen. Takes a 3. Nailed from three-point land. Giddey's got 5 points so far.
Boy, Giddey, if he becomes a knockdown three-point shooter, you will not be able to guard this guy.
McBride bounce pass. Another miss by Utah. Looking at the Trailblazers, they took the last win in their last game against the San Antonio Spurs.
Yeah, facing that hostile crowd, they just found a way to kind of tune out the noise and focus on the game.
Well, the best way to silence the crowd is with your offensive game. Those fans got quiet in a hurry when the buckets started raining down.
Pass to McBride. Now here's Jones. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own. Jones has got a couple of three-pointers in the second for Utah. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. And it's Mitchell missing. Jazz leading by 9. Outside, Jones. Back to Williams. Pass to McBride. Here's Barnes. Covered by Mitchell. Jones, no one around him. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Portland's gone 2 for 5 from three-point land since the end of the first. And that one's good. Thibault.
Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
Barnes looking around. Holmgren the screen. Barnes kicks to Holmgren. 5 to shoot. Here's McBride. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers.
Boy, defense has to feel fortunate there. That's one he normally knocks down.
Up top, Giddey. 8 points for him. And here's Mitchell from the arc. Rebound by Williams. Utah leading by 6. To the paint.
Boy, the defense tight inside, but Barnes just persevering.
For Utah, they have shot 67% from the line tonight, going 4-6. And the first one at the line is good.
And they have yet to miss a shot from the line here this quarter.
Walker Kessler, he's checked in for the Trailblazers. Fred VanVleet comes in for Matisse Thybulle. So he makes 1 of 2 as the second one misses.
I think when you think Scotty Barnes, you think a well-defined skill set. He can pass, he can defend, he's got size. This guy can do it all.
Kessler setting the pick for VanVleet. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. VanVleet's got 5 now.
12 straight points off of three-pointers, and the D looks shell-shocked.
Bounce pass from Williams. For 3, Holmgren. It's rebounded by Giddey. Giddey's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Pass to VanVleet. And here is Mitchell. And then Mitchell at the dunk.
An aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. And so the timeout by Will Hardy here. Coach needs a moment to talk things over. Manuel quickly. He's checked in for Fred VanVleet. Taking high percentage shots has been this group's specialty. On your screen now are this month's field goal percentage leaders. You look at Kessler. So solid around the basket, currently third in the league.
It would be hard to imagine him shooting the ball much better than he has. He has been on fire.
Young passes to Kuzma. Here's the screen. That's basket number 2 with his third shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
You can see that Kyle Kuzma has the kind of size and length and creativity to score on the interior.
Here's quickly. He's coming off a 22-point game against the Spurs in San Antonio. For Portland, they have made 2 of their previous 3 free throws in today's game.
Shooting 2.
And he makes the first. Fred VanVleet is checked in for the Trailblazers. That one falls, so he hits both of them.
Probably as close to a sure thing as you can have at the free throw line.
It's deflected. Stolen by Kessler. Now VanVleet, 5 points in the game. Fires the 3, and he's good on the 3 ball. 10 points for him. And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for the Trailblazers.
Right off the bat, they're going after the ball, looking to jump into the passing lanes and create some steals in transition.
The other thing, I cannot be more impressed by the defense they've shown tonight. Their willingness to close on shooters, blocking shots, playing with great effort.
And Doris, we're early on in Chris Dunn's career, but is it fair to say many wondered if it might be short-lived?
Oh, there's no doubt, Kevin. Remember, this guy was at one point the 5th pick in the league, and there were questions about the offensive end of the floor. But give Chris credit. His defense has carved out minutes for him, and he's worked diligently to become a better offensive player.
And he knocks down the first one.
Boy, Chris Dunn's willingness to put in the work on his jump shooting and to lean into the defense that gets him on the floor, he has proven to be a valuable rotation piece.
No good on the second free throw.
That will sting a little bit, failing to get the lead when the opportunity was there, but he does tie it up.
Hands it from downtown.
Well, this is Quickly's game in a nutshell. This guy's thinking score as soon as he touches it.
Young outside. Kuzma with a screen on VanVleet. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. And a moment to check out now what Utah has coming up. On Wednesday, they'll be facing LaMelo Ball and the Oklahoma City Thunder. Then on Thursday, they'll be playing against Tyler Hero and the Dallas Mavericks.
And you know, for that Hornets matchup, that's a contest that could easily go either way. Small mistakes could be the difference, and both teams will need to be at their best.
First one falls for him. Both free throws good for Kuzma. Portland leading. And here is VanVleet. He has 5. To the middle. Here's Kessler.
Well, tremendous strength and authority on that dunk. Nicely done, Walker Kessler.
And here's Dunn. He'll bring it up for the Utah Jazz. Young outside. Kuzma with the screen for Young. Down low. And Kuzma slams it in.
Oh, it's exactly how you lead someone with the pass. Beautifully done.
And for Portland, they're shooting just 39% from the field, struggling to find that net. Van Vliet against Kuzma. Van Vliet kicks to quickly. Fires from deep. And the Trailblazers, another three.
Yeah, those are starting to add up, guys. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 have been triples.
Dunn passes to Young. To the inside. Here's Kuzma. Score the basket. His 4th. He's only missed 1 of his 5 shots tonight.
Well, there's an efficiency and a flow to what's happening on the offensive end for Kyle Kuzma right now.
Van Vliet looking around. Lays it up off the glass. Van Vliet's got the lead back up to 4 now for the Trailblazers.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Pass to McDaniels. Inside. And Kuzma slams it in.
So elusive in screen and roll action. Kyle Kuzma, nice play.
Kuzma against Van Vliet. From deep. And the Trailblazers another 3.
The defense is far too slow to close out on those 3-point attempts.
Kuzma outside. That's in, coming off an assist from Dunn. Kuzma's got 13 points now in the quarter.
Right back at you. Nice answer by Kuzma.
Van Vliet outside. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark.
Boy, if he ever finds his footing, they'll be in even better shape. Right now, his teammates carrying him.
And his stroke has been dead on from the outside. I mean, inside, outside, it just doesn't matter.
Now here's Van Vliet. He's got 7. And he uses the glass on the layup. Van Vliet's got 9.
Feels like he has played a little more under control here in the second.
50 seconds left to play here in the half. Young for 3. And for Portland, they're shooting at a decent 44% clip here. Van Vliet against Dunn. Shot from 12. Rebounded by the Jazz. Nisi's got his 4th rebound in this one. Young outside. Dunn outside. Jazz passing it around. Shot by McDaniels, no good. Quickly the pass to Van Vliet. Kessler a screen on Kuzma. Van Vliet can't get it to go. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Trailblazers lead by 2. And we'll be back right after this.
Hey everybody, it's Portland Trailblazer basketball on tap in a game that's proven to be a healthy matchup through the first half.
They're riding the wave of enthusiasm in this arena.
Yeah, getting that boost of adrenaline. They're giving this crowd a show and trying to bring home the W. All right, guys, let's swing it over and see what the fans have been posting. And this is from Hoops Queen Life. It's a question for Shaq. Who was your favorite team to play for?
Let's see, I played for so many. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Obviously, the Lakers. What up, LA? Love y'all.
Yeah, I'm glad he counted those teams because I was on 7. He has a little amnesia.
I learned that from your time in Denver, Orlando, and Detroit.
Okay, enough. You win.
That is more than enough of us. Let's send you back to the game. Kevin Harlan and crew with the second half.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game that's been so far. Without question, Kyle Kuzma displaying his skills today.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column? Through 2 quarters, he has been terrific.
And one would expect that the defense made some adjustments at halftime, but he has the ability to answer right back.
Quickly with it, taking a look at the Jazz. They've got Scotty Barnes. Young is out there with Jones. Then there's Holmgren. And it's McDaniels in at the 3, the small forward.
And a moment here to look at some of the stats for Holmgren. And with a top 20 ranking in field goal percentage, you put the ball in his hands, and he converts at a remarkable rate.
And his ability to patrol the lane is a difference maker for that team. Exceptional timing and anticipation. That's why he's a top 10 shot blocker. First free throw is good. And both free throws good for Giddey. Jazz trail by 4. Now here's Barnes to the middle. Looking for McDaniels. He gets it there.
Jaden McDaniels is a guy who will embrace physicality. Does a nice job drawing contact.
For Utah, they have made 8 of their 12 free throws in this game.
Yeah, and over the course of the season, they're a respectable 78%. That comes in handy in close games.
The free throw drops for McDaniels.
The reputation for Jaden McDaniels is he's a lockdown defender, and that's cross-positionally. Now he needs to continue to develop offensively.
And McDaniels drops them both. And for Portland, they're shooting the ball at 42%. Roll a screen on McDaniels. Here's Giddey. Rocket 6. Lets it go from deep. The rebound by Young. Utah trailing here. Down low. Here's Holmgren. And the dunk by Holmgren.
And attacking the rim. Holmgren making excellent use of that height inside.
Quickly finds Giddey. Oh, Giddey in position. And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. Pass to Young for the lead. And it's Portland with the rebound. Now Giddey. 10 points for him. Quickly the pass to Kessler. The tray. That's another one for him. His 5th in just 7 shots.
And this is the game plan for him. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
And right now, Greg, he is doing a great job delivering for this team, productive and efficient.
Now, here is Young. Pass to McDaniels. Here's Barnes. Young outside. Lets the 3 fly. Good, and it's Barnes picking up the assist. Barnes has got his 3rd assist on the night. It seems to be an overlooked part of Trae Young's game, but GA, he's led the NBA in total assists a few times.
No doubt. You initially think about Trae shooting, scoring, but he also runs the offense really well and wants to facilitate.
Holmgren sets the screen for Barnes. McDaniels outside. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. For Portland, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half.
Tremendous burst from Josh Giddey on the drive. Just turns up the intensity.
Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here. And here's Jones. He's got 6. Floats it up for Holmgren. Stolen by Kessler. Giddy with it. Headed now by Barnes. Quickly with it. Pass to Bull. And it's in there. Bull's got the lead up to 6 now for Portland.
Yeah, that was the third straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
Now here's Jones. Currently averaging almost 6 points a game. Barnes screen on Giddy. And the dunk by Barnes.
Well, that's just nice work in the two-man game. You see the versatility of Scotty Barnes.
Jones against Quickly. Here's Giddy. And Bull wide open. He shoots. Knocks down the 3-ball. Bull's got his 3rd basket of the night.
And you can't forget about Bull's range. After all, big men like him are expected to take the 3 in today's game. He just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam. And so Chauncey Billups decides to call timeout. He's going to have a discussion on the sideline. The league's long-distance bombers are setting their sights on the three-point contest this season. Here are some of the early favorites to make up the field.
And I love the way the voting is shaping up, Kevin. We'll have an excellent contest if these are the shooters who are firing away on All-Star Weekend.
Well, you look at Young. He's got a place in the three-point contest within his reach. I hope he makes it because I know how much this would mean to him to be a part of the event.
I mean, that's a good call, Kevin. He's the type of player that can really deliver on a stage like that. He'll be very dangerous if he ultimately gets in.
And as the votes keep pouring in, we'll keep you updated on any changes to that list. It looks like we're going to have quite a group.
Man, you talk about the ultimate marksman's list here, Kevin. Maybe this will be the year somebody gets that perfect score.
Now here's Giddy, following the miss by Scotty Barnes. Giddy surveying the D. 6 to shoot. McDaniels brings the double team. This one for 3. Giddy, no good.
This guy hit a couple of threes in the first half, but since then it's been a little bit of a struggle.
Young left side. Barnes outside. McDaniels a screen on Bull. Barnes and the dunk by Barnes.
Oh, Scotty Barnes off the deck and to the cup. Nice finish.
Pass to Bull. Over Barnes. Portland no good that time either. Jazz trail by 3. Now here's Holmgren. McDaniels finds Young. Out to McDaniel. And there's Holmgren. That's good on the assist by McDaniel.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Floats it up for Holmgren. And the dunk by Holmgren.
And give credit to Holmgren for jumping all over that opportunity, putting his length to great use.
Pass to Kessler. Up top, Giddy. McDaniels defending. And McDaniels with the block.
You have to be careful when Jaden McDaniels is in your area as an offensive player. This guy is so elite defensively.
Shots good from Young. And a chance now to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for the Jazz.
They've been active defensively, rotating well, and then also closing out on shots. It's resulted in a number of blocks.
The other thing that jumps out about their performance tonight, the amount of steals really pressuring those ball handlers.
The Trailblazers making a switch here. Mitchell's checked in. The Jazz also changing it up. Kyle Kuzma's checked in for Holmgren. Miles McBride comes in for McDaniels. And it's Williams in for Young. Trailblazers trail by 4. Pass to Quickly. And they get it. Uses the glass that time, and it's good. Quickly's got 8 points.
Yeah, sometimes you have to flex into the mid-range. Emmanuel Quickly ready to do just that.
Kuzma with the screen for Barnes. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Bull, that's good. Bull's got the game tied up here for Portland.
You know, you have to like that he's still getting quality touches and delivering now after getting blanked in the first half.
Kuzma with the screen for Jones. And again, it's the Jazz from deep.
That's the kind of D that you're not going to find success with, guys. They've got to get a hand in the face.
Now, here's Quickly. He's got 8 to the paint. It's tipped and stolen by Kuzma. 3-on-3. Pass to Jones. Jazz passing it around. There's 3-pointers off the mark. Trailblazers trail by 3. Kessler passes to Quickly. Up and in on the layup. Quickly's got 4 points this quarter.
That's the handles of Emmanuel Quickly on display. This guy is so good with the ball in his hands.
Pass to McBride. Launches a 3. Doesn't go that time. Trailblazers have gone 8 of 14 on their shot attempts here in the third. Some pretty nice work. Here's Kessler. 6 points for him. 6 on the shot clock. Now, here's Quickly. He's guarded by Williams. Pass to McBride. Kuzma with a screen on Mitchell. And Kuzma slams it in.
Throw down from Kyle Kuzma, a level of aggression.
Quickly against Jones. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
Yeah, the defender all over him.
For Portland, they have shot 6 of 7 at the line. That free throw, no good.
One of the things I always like about Emmanuel Quickly, he's decisive with the basketball.
And the second free throw, good. And it's Utah's ball. They're on a 16-7 run. Loads it up for Williams. That shot is good. He has made 8 while missing only 4. That's 67% shooting.
Boy, Scotty Barnes, the complete package. Nice interior finish there.
Williams against Van Vliet. That one goes. Count it.
Important points there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
We've got 1:48 left to play here in the third.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Good on the shot.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Van Vliet's gone 5 of 12 from the field. That's a 2 from Barnes. That's tipped. One-on-one here. Here's Feibel. Good, and it's Mitchell picking up the assist. Mitchell's got 3 assists now in this one. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for the Trailblazers.
They made a point to protect the rim, challenging shots all game long, and the block total is off the charts.
They've also been scoring on the break. With how difficult it is to get buckets in the half court, anytime you can push the ball in transition for easy ones, that's big time.
Van Vliet. Feibel can't get it to go. The Jazz trailing. Kuzma with the screen for Barnes. Oh, and the dunk by Barnes.
All right, Scotty Barnes showing us you want to be in the dunk contest, young sir.
And another look at that last play with the AT&T connected cam. We've got 33 seconds left to play in the third. Williams against Van Vliet. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Kyle Kuzma. That is his first foul of the game. Josh Giddey's checked in for Quickly. Van Vliet outside. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Well, strength and savvy make Fred Van Vliet a tough guy to deal with inside. Gets the contact.
And so he hits both. 15 seconds left in the third quarter.
And this will be the last possession of the quarter if they're patient.
Well, it's amazing. If you finish quarters the right way, it can have such a great impact on the outcome of the game.
That 3 off the mark. And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. Trailblazers out in front, leading by just 2. And after a quick break, we're going to come right back with the start of the fourth quarter. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
I'll tell you, in today's game, you want skill and decision-making at every position.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. Mitchell is out there with Matisse Thybulle. Then it's Fred Van Vliet. Then it's Josh Giddey. That's the group on the floor for Portland. Now Giddey. After the missed 3 from Trae Young. That one's not going to go.
And there have been some terrible shot choices here, Kev. That's not a good look at all.
McBride bounce pass. Kuzma with a screen on Van Vliet. Young, no good. The Trailblazers with the lead. Van Vliet outside. Six to shoot. Here's the floater. He lays it in. Van Vliet's got the fourth quarter going with the first basket of the period here for the Trailblazers. McDaniels outside. Pass to Kuzma. Young for 3. Bangs home the trifecta. Young's got 9 points here in the second half.
And he's shaking off that slow start, giving them a boost here in the second.
Van Vliet against Young. Rejected by Young.
And time that one just right. That'll fire up Young and his team.
And Kuzma slams it in.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
Just over a minute and a half played here in the fourth. Pass to Giddey. Back to Van Vliet. And it's Thibault in the corner. Off target from three-point range.
I'll tell you, that's one he typically will make. The defense gets away with one.
And they'll get another chance. The Jazz working the ball around now. Clock at 6. Kuzma with the screen for Young. And that one swishes right in. Now it's a 4-point Jazz lead.
After an ice-cold start to this game, he is pouring it on here in the second half.
Van Vliet outside. Tipped away. Young with the steal. And even 3-on-3 break. Here's McDaniels. And a miss there on the triple.
Not his best game, but they're still getting it done collectively.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Well, credit him for going for it, not settling, saying, I'm going to attack.
Portland's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Van Vliet against Kuzma. Van Vliet up top. Shoots over Kuzma. Kuzma with the defensive effort. Jazz have gone 3 of 8 here in the fourth quarter. Back to McBride. And plenty of contact on the shot. So 2 free throws coming up.
Shooting 2.
The first one falls.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
Walker Kessler, he's checked in for the Trailblazers. And good on the second, so he makes them both. And it's Giddey with the ball for Portland. Van Vliet outside. Giddey sets the pick for Van Vliet. No good from outside.
Well, he went into the locker room with 1-3 to his credit, and he's still looking here for number 2.
Chalk up 2 there. And the Jazz lead by 6.
Yeah, Jaden McDaniels with a very good sense for when he should look to score it, especially in the painted area.
Now here's Van Vliet. Into the lane. Bucket is good.
Yeah, I love the tenacity. Terrific move at a crucial point in this game.
That is not settling. That is going for a high percentage look at a critical time. Nicely done.
Young, good.
Oh, great look there. Young off a pass will normally knock those down.
The Trailblazers shooting in the fourth quarter has looked shabby, 38%. They set the pick. Back to Van Vliet. Van Vliet can't get that one to fall.
Boy, taking what's there. Very good shot selection, just not the result you hope for.
Now McBride. A fader. That one off the back iron and out. Trailblazers trail by 7. And here is Giddey. Van Vliet outside. For three, Mitchell. They get it back. And Kessler throws it down.
Exactly what Kessler does off every miss. Go pursue the basketball and get the opportunity for a second chance.
Now, here's McDaniel. Bounce pass from Kuzma. Young with no one around. And the Jazz, another three.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Van Vliet with it. Mitchell outside. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. And it's Utah's ball. They're on an 18-6 run. And the whistle blows as the basket counts and a three-point play chance right here. One free throw coming up.
And looking to get stronger, Holmgren fights through the bump. Tons of time for him to grow into that frame.
And Will Hardy calls timeout here. Wants to make sure everybody's coordinated and intent. A different look for Utah. Scotty Barnes, he's checked in for Kyle Kuzma. And it's Herbert Jones in for Miles McBride. Now, let's take a minute to talk to Allie LaForce courtside. Allie.
Over that last break, I got a chance to hear what Will Hardy said to the team. He told them, no time to celebrate. The work is not finished. We've got to stick with it and keep growing what we've got here. Words of wisdom for his squad. Back to you.
All right, Allie, thank you for that. Officiating is always a hot topic among fans, Greg. That's never going to go away. And some people think the game is called too closely now.
Be careful, Kevin. We don't need any fines over here. Fans are bound to get frustrated with certain calls, but overall, I think our officials do a great job, and the game is about as fair as it can be.
Bull, and the dunk by Bull.
That's just too easy for Ball. Once he gets the right position, his focus there is on the finish.
Boy, how about that pass? He put it right where it needed to be.
Kessler setting the pick for Giddey. Pass to Kessler. Trailblazers moving the ball around. Bull, a screen on Jones. A three from Quickly. A putback. It's good on the putback. And he's now got the double-double. 10 points and 14 rebounds.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Bounce pass, Young. Holmgren against Kessler. Young, count the bucket, coming off a perfectly placed assist. And it's now 23 points for Trae Young. Trailblazers trail by 11. Now here's Giddey. Pass to Kessler. Now Quickly. Defended by Jones. Here's Quickly. Here's Giddey. And it's off from three-point range.
Boy, he just doesn't have it here tonight, and it's had a ripple effect on this team.
And here is Barnes. Young outside from downtown. Basket is good. The assist from Barnes. Barnes has got 5 assists in the game. The Trailblazers shooting in this game 45%. Down low, Holmgren with the steal. Inside, kicks it out to Jones. Pass to McDaniels. Back to Young. Bull against Jones. Shot clock at 5. Here's McDaniels from outside off the mark.
I'll tell you, he's been struggling, but they are still in line to come out of here with a W.
Quickly against Jones. Got it to go off the glass.
You know, I thought in the first half this guy was pressing. He was rushing. Now he's settled into the game.
Jazz leading by 12. Here's McDaniels. The 20-foot jumper, good.
I'll tell you, totally fluid mechanics by Jaden McDaniels. Ready in the catch-and-shoot situation, folks.
And we've got a timeout called by Chauncey Billups. It's a chance for them to regroup and refocus. McDaniels against Giddey.
This is something I'd love to see Kessler continue to do, right? Use that big frame to get the whistle.
That's good from Kessler.
I think one of the impressive things about the young Walker Kessler is you know what you're going to get night by night. Great shot blocking and consistent rebounding and defense.
That misses, so he splits the free throws. And here's McDaniels. He'll bring it up for Utah. With the teardrop. Ooh, he laid it up and in.
A bad man on the offensive end. Young can really be a menace with his shooting.
Quickly against Jones. Bull outside. Quickly. Holmgren rips down the rebound. Jazz leading by 15. 1:36 left in the fourth quarter. Holmgren sets the screen for Young. Stolen by Kessler.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for the Jazz.
And it may be a comfortable win for him, but, you know, they had to weather a few storms along the way, and that's all part of the story.
Yeah, Kevin, this was by no means the runaway that it might appear to be. It was a scrappy performance, though, all the way through.
And you can mark this one down in the W column. It'll mark their 23rd of the season.
And as we get set to put this one to bed, a one-sided season series thus far. They've won 2 straight.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Kyle Kuzma.
Boy, forget about his stats for a second, right? What impressed me most was his stamina. It seemed like he was involved in every play. And with that kind of activity, I don't know how you don't wear down.
Free throw drops for Holmgren. So Portland ends up going with the new group. He's off on the second. There's 47 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Barnes against Van Vliet. Shot clock at 6. Fires from 18. Got it to go. Now Young. McDaniels outside. Young outside. Knocks down the 3.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
Yeah, playing with great energy and great effort. And as a coach, you'd love to see this from your team every single night.
And so it's Utah easily grabbing the win. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
And now let's send it over to Allie LaForce, standing by with our player of the game. Allie, take it away.
Well, Trey, leadership is such a key part of the point guard position. What's your focus in living up to that?
I'm a big guy and building team chemistry, so any chance I can, go bowling, hang out with these guys, build chemistry, and I think that's where it starts is off the court, because that translates on.
Bowling, that's something I haven't done in a while. Thanks for the inspiration.
Great job. Thanks for that, Allie. And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, Allie LaForce, and the rest of our terrific 2K crew, this is Kevin Harlan. Hope you enjoyed our broadcast. But first, let's reveal our player of the game, Trae Young.